bit, isn't he? Yes, welcome here today to this launch of the Wi-Fi project in Wallingford, and thank you very much indeed for coming. Most of you from Wallingford will know all about this because it's regularly published. It's on our website, it's in the newspapers and so on. But today has been an opportunity with T. James, with whom we've been working, an opportunity for potential customers to talk about its provision and so on. And we hope that you would be kind enough to put your name on my little crib sheet so that if you have any interest at all, we know where to contact you. I have to say that from our point of view, the Wallingford Partnership Limited, it's been a pleasure working with T. James, and I know that Andy Bush is my director who's been looking after this for us for Ecobyte. It's been excellent cooperation, and what they said they will do, they have actually done, and we're very pleased about that, because clearly we work in a sensitive area, and putting things up on buildings and so on has to be done in a very sensitive sort of way. So, the purpose of today is to officially launch it, and Ed Lacey, our MP, we're delighted to see him. We see him often in Wallingford, but he's very kindly come along today. As you know, Ed is the Minister responsible for communications, culture and creative industries. So you'll be able to tell your boss that you visited at least one town that's supporting you because you know, you've launched another Wi-Fi system. So without further ado, could I ask you to say whatever you want to, and then we've got a little ceremony for you to perform.
Well, thanks very much, Derek, and congratulations to you and the Town Council for organising wireless broadband for Wallingford, and also thank you to T. James as well for co-investing with the Town Council on this very important resource. As you quite rightly point out, I am the Minister for Broadband Rollout, and I've been to Cumbria, Herefordshire, deputations from Suffolk and Bristol to talk about this issue, and we're looking at the best way of sorting out broadband, particularly for hard to reach and rural areas. So I'd like to thank you for making my job just a little bit easier, getting a few extra thousand people onto superfast broadband, so this is one part of the country I don't have to worry about, so that's fantastic. And it gives me great delight. I'll obviously be tweeting this very shortly and sending emails all around the world, so that this project gets the kind of global recognition I think it deserves.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
It's always an act of symbolism to launch our wireless system. I don't just think that things are going to go back.
It's not connected to this.
Plug in there.
You should enjoy it.
I mentioned
Wallingford.
Well, I think the system, I mean, it's absolutely impressive, and when I came in earlier and saw the number of people that were using it, I thought it was quite amazing. It's difficult for me to keep pace with actually the detail of the technology, but to have that facility in the town that people can just log into and the speed of it, I think it's going to be a great asset to the town, and clearly it's something that's going to spread, you know, throughout the country in due course.
Launch.
Well, my involvement, Andy invited us to bid for the project in the early days, almost a year ago now, and it's been an interesting time, an interesting ride. Although broadband is our day-to-day business, deploying a town centre public Wi-Fi network in a historical town was quite a challenge. We had quite a few learning exercises to go through. So, including, I think probably one of the interesting ones was not quite sharing the Archdeacon's view that his Saxon Tower was not a good place to put an antenna, but we eventually agreed with him, and we found an alternative place, and many of the businesses have been very, very helpful in the rollout of Wi-Fi in the town. So we have relied a tremendous amount on goodwill, and it's been forthcoming.
Fantastic, fantastic. And how about you, Andy?
Yeah, well, Wallingford Partnership arranged the funding of the project originally. We also selected T. James from a list of people that we evaluated for the project T. James showed a lot of interest in developing the system commercially, had a long-term vision for the town, and that's very much what we're hoping to facilitate and deliver to the residents and also businesses in Wallingford.
So it's really moving forward for Wallingford now, this new Wi-Fi option.
Absolutely, and it was great to have Ed Vasey here today to launch it.
Yeah, and there was a lot of business interest in expanding the what is essentially a free public Wi-Fi system now into other business areas within the town and beyond the town to other rural communities, the villages beyond, to develop Wallingford as a digital hub and taking that capability of high-speed broadband into the rural communities.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Desmond. That's great. Thank you.
My name's Elaine Hornsby and I am the chair of Wallingford in Business.
Fantastic. So Elaine, we've just been to the launch of the Wallingford Wi-Fi today, which is excellent. So, I mean, you've been involved, haven't you?
Yes, right from the start. I'm a director, I'm one of the directors in the partnership. So we've been working on it now, well, altogether probably about 3 years now. And it's just coming to fruition and we've got all our money and everything has to be done by the beginning of next year. So the next stage is our lights. They're going to be switching on in December, but today was the launch.
It's fantastic. So what can people now do in Wallingford in terms of Wi-Fi? They can now... It's
going to be available for tourists and anybody who's in the town, in the centre of the town at the moment. So businesses which are on the fringe of the marketplace and St Leonard's can be using it as well. There has to be a pricing structure worked out now, so it's got to be affordable for people to use, and so that perhaps they can use it on a daily or weekly basis rather than signing up contracts for 18 months to the big companies. And then there's great possibility to extend it over the town, and then even to go as far as the villages around us if we go onto the WiMAX system. And so there's great possibilities and we're really looking forward to doing that.
Fantastic. I mean, I heard from T. James earlier that people were mooring up and using it down by the riverside, so
yes.
Obviously it's getting quite far in that
yes.
sense, so that's fantastic.
Well, it was one of the aims is to include the caravan park and all the moorings in the river because they need to be part of our town. I think it will help some businesses, the Wi-Fi system, because there are quite a lot of people who share facilities. They might share an office or they might be sharing the therapy centre. So they're coming in, you know, maybe once or twice a week, and it's going to be much more cost effective to use our Wi-Fi system than to use a dongle or have something installed into the buildings. And also with like the Lamb Arcade with many small shops within one building. So I think there's great possibilities for it.
Fantastic, that's lovely. Thank you very much, Elaine. Thank you.